Hello and welcome to the channel, Caravan Cavapoo Escapes. Where are we, Annie?
We're in our front room.
We're in our front room. Yeah, we don't have a caravan. We sold the caravan to a lovely couple, Sam and Andy. You shed a tear, didn't you, when it left?
It was very sad because we'd made lots of memories in that caravan.
We made some good friends. They're lovely people. They've actually invited us to go away on holiday with them. But we can't, can we, Annie?
No, because we did purchase a motorhome, but we've rejected it under the Consumer Rights Act 2015.
We're going to talk you through our experience of buying a brand new motorhome and talk you through why we've ended up rejecting it. So when did it start, Annie?
Well, it started, we took possession of the motorhome on the 7th of August.
That's right, and the handover was, well, we were so excited, weren't we?
We were incredibly happy, over the moon,
Yeah.
to get this brand new motorhome.
Yeah. I would like to say, though, that during this video, because this dispute is ongoing, we're not going to mention dealerships, manufacturers, or names of people that we've dealt with to get to this point, are we?
No.
No. So we're not going to do that. So, like Annie said, the handover went well. We were so excited. We drove the motorhome to our storage yard. And we thought about going away that weekend, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We were looking after Chief, who's here also this weekend. Grand puppy sitting, aren't we?
We are.
And we thought it might just be a little bit too much with a brand new motorhome and the 3 dogs. But I convinced Annie on the Saturday that, go on.
He persuaded me.
Yeah. And where did we go, Annie?
We went to our favourite campsite, Long Beach.
In the New Forest, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of our go-tos. So
Yeah.
we just felt comfortable that if we went somewhere where we know, we could find places for our items to live in the motorhome.
Yeah,
just get to know it, really.
Yeah, the boys, you know, because they got to get used to it as well as us, haven't they? But I want to test its off-grid capabilities. One night, big test. But no, it all went well. We enjoyed ourselves, didn't we?
We had a great time.
We enjoyed the motorhome. But on the way there, we discovered that the rear left-hand turn signal on the display when I was driving was blinking very fast. So it told me there was a bulb out somewhere. So we pulled over quickly, didn't we? And yeah, the rear left-hand turn signal LED unit was not working. The brake lights and stop lights, you know, the side lights, they're all working fine. It was just the indicator. But we carried on our journey, didn't we, to Long Beach?
We did. We managed it.
Had a great time. And then while we're there, I thought, oh, I'll put the hazard lights on and see if it's working. And it was working. So it's like, oh, it's like an intermittent fault. Maybe just a gremlin. So we contacted the dealer and notified them, and they said they'd be in touch. So we left the campsite, and all the way back to storage, it wasn't working, was it?
No.
No. You've got to imagine a brand new vehicle is stressful because you spent a lot of money, and when you can't signal left and there's traffic behind you, it's quite stressful. But anyway, we took the van back to the dealer for them to check it out and have a look, and they discovered that there was like 2 electrical prongs not in the plug properly, and they were convinced that that was the problem and everything should be fine now. So we took the van back to storage and it was all working fine. And then we decided to go away again, didn't we, Annie?
We decided to go and book up another campsite in the New Forest over the bank holiday weekend in August.
We can't mention the campsite name because it is actually linked with the dealership. But on the way there, the indicator didn't work at all, did it?
No, we had to go round the roundabout twice to get into the right lane.
Yeah, going through Salisbury, I needed to filter to the left-hand lane, and the traffic couldn't see I wanted to do that, so we had to go around the roundabout, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And then we couldn't turn left. Well, to turn left into the campsite, I had to indicate right because there was a transit van behind me. So I indicated right to let him know I'm about to do making a manoeuvre, and then I turned left, and he must have thought, what's that going on? So yeah, it's not been a pleasant experience. So that Saturday, that bank holiday Saturday, I was back in contact with the dealership, wondering whether maybe a technician could come out and have a look, so that we can drive home legally. That wasn't possible. Being a bank holiday weekend, no technicians were working. We understand that, don't we? They contacted us later on that week and asked us to bring the motorhome back for a second time, which what I did, wasn't it? I finished work early, went to storage, picked up the motorhome, drove it there, and they changed the light cluster, LED light cluster, and there's a small silver control unit that controls all the power to the LED rear lights, and they changed those two components and said that's the only things that can go wrong. It's going to be fixed. I'm like, okay, cheers guys. Jumped back in the van, back to storage. Guess what?
It didn't work, did it?
Didn't work. So turned around, drove back to the dealership where the technician, to be fair to him, got in the van with me and we went for a test drive. And he actually witnessed the fault himself. Now, he was a little bit lost to what to do. Now, he suggested that we disconnect the tow bar plug from it, and he was going to contact the manufacturer. I can't mention what manufacturer it is just yet, and get their advice on what to do next. So I drove the motorhome back to storage once again. Didn't work all the way there. And we decided at that point...
We had actually lost confidence in the motorhome by
enough
that point.
Was enough. We still wanted to keep the motorhome, but we just felt like we hit a brick wall, and the dealership and the technician didn't know what to do next, and we just felt like no, this is not right, is it?
No, because it's a safety issue.
It's a safety issue, and it's my points on my license. So if we got pulled over, so we sent an email with our Consumer Rights Act 2015.
2015.
And guess what? They started jumping through hoops. They pretty much, a lovely guy phoned me up, I can't mention his name, but a lovely guy phoned me up, pretty much begged us for a third attempt to fix the van. He openly admitted that the technicians at his dealership were plug-and-play technicians. They didn't have the experience to find a fault like this, because it seemed to me that it's probably just a screw gone through a wire and it was earthing out. So we gave them the opportunity for a third attempt, didn't we?
We did.
They actually collected the motorhome from the storage yard to save our convenience, and took it to another dealership where they had this expert technician. They assured me that this guy will find the problem, and within a few hours he actually did find the fault. It was actually just a electrical plug that it was in, but it wasn't clipped in. And that was the problem.
It resolved it, didn't it?
It resolved the problem. Happy days, right?
No, not so.
No. The technician, whilst it was up on the ramp, decided to actually inspect the whole vehicle and discovered an oil leak between the engine and the gearbox. They informed us of this leak, didn't they?
Yes.
But they assured us that they're going to book it into a main dealer and get it fixed under warranty.
They did.
Yeah. So on a Monday, we drove to that main dealer.
Dropped the motorhome off with them.
Dropped the motorhome off, yeah. And we were a little bit concerned at this point. You should not get an oil leak on a motorhome that's got 300 miles on it. It's literally 300 miles. And most of those miles are actually from the storage to the dealership, isn't it? And I waited for a phone call from them. They phoned me up that afternoon and said that there is an oil leak between the engine and gearbox. And
it was coming from the crankshaft.
Yeah,
and he said that it was rare.
The crankshaft seal. I asked them whether it's a common fault. They said no, they've never had to. They've not done this repair before. And we don't know what sort of experience technicians are working on our brand new motorhome. But they said they'd update me the next day, and they did phone me back the next day and said the job's going to take longer because they've got to remove the engine and gearbox, which alarmed me, because it's going to be no longer a factory fitted vehicle. A technician's removing an engine and gearbox, so he's removing the subframe, disconnecting the drive shafts. I was very, very uncomfortable with the fact that the motorhome will no longer be factory fitted. Is this going to cause us problems in the future? We don't know. Is there going to be some bolts left over in a pot and like, oh, where did they go? We weren't comfortable at all, were we?
No,
and
it's raised a lot of red flags.
We do
hasn't
have
it?
mechanical friends, and we got a couple of opinions, didn't we?
We did.
And they advised us to go ahead with our Consumer Rights Act to get the van replaced. So we requested a replacement vehicle, didn't we? Like for like, brand new. Okay, so to sum up, where are we now?
Well, we're waiting for the finance company to contact the dealership to then sort out some sort of solution.
Yeah, hopefully a like for like replacement.
We are very gutted, but we are very grateful for them for finding the oil leak.
Yeah, in hindsight, with that rear turn signal electrical fault, has actually discovered the oil leak. I mean, can you imagine if this time next year, when it goes in for its first service, it was discovered? We would have lost our dealer warranty and would have been left with the problem. So, yeah, hindsight, we are grateful it's been found early, aren't we? Mm-hmm. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. We apologise, this is not the video you're waiting for, but trust us, there's no one more gutted than we are.
And there's worse things that can happen.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.